And moving on to Devon Conway, and this is probably where Chennai Super Kings might, wake up from their slumber. They might be looking for that. I think they don't. They have an RTM on an uncapped player, if I'm not wrong. But Devon Conway going up to 2.2, Chennai Super Kings are definitely looking at it.
Yeah, they have. I think they have bid for him.
They have bid for it.
Yeah.
Amir, when you look at Devon Conway, in some ways, he is one of those players who, at least Chennai Super Kings can look to, have a
Absolutely.
replacement for an MS Dhoni, at least for the
Absolutely.
2 years or 3 years, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Last year, they had Devon Conway, but they did not use him as a keeping option. But a damn good keeper, very, very good batter also.
A very, very underrated batter as well.
Very much.
He's performed well for Chennai. He's among the stars at Chennai, be it MS Dhoni or Jadeja or later now, of course, Ruturaj Gaikwad. He's gone unnoticed for some time now.
Very much so, very
but
much so.
He's been a good performer for Chennai. I'm not surprised that Chennai are bidding for him. I'm not at all surprised.
I think the RTM is there. But I'll come to Jamie. Jamie, quite surprising. Two names, that is Devdutt Padikkal going unsold and just 2 crores for Aiden Markram. There was no other interest there.
Slightly different views to both of you gentlemen. Vineet, you remember that video that I did for CricketNext about 5 big names which would go unsold?
Yeah.
I actually the second name I put on that list was actually Aiden Markram.
Aiden Markram, right.
And I dropped him because look, I agree with you, he's a sharp player, but his T20 form has deserted him this year. He's been pathetic as a batsman, And so I get why teams, again, where do you bat him? If Aiden Markram's not opening like Kane Williamson, how does he walk into any T20 franchise?
Number
Not
4.
a big
Why
hitter,
not number 4? That very
Absolute
solid
weight.
partnership with Heinrich
I would-
Klaasen and 5 and Aiden Markram at 4.
He spent so much of the last season not even doing anything for Sunrise Hyderabad, and I think that has now set the
Yeah,
precedent.
that's true.
He's not that player that 3 years ago you invested in. I mean, you watch him in the T20 World Cup. You watch him recently against India. He just looks a wreck right now in T20. Had he got even 150, 250s against India a few weeks ago, he would have got. So I'm actually surprised that he went for 2. Again, he's going to Lucknow, one of the toughest places to bat. 8 matches, Aiden Markram walking in at number 4, the ball zooming around. I don't think he's going to. And even, Devdutt Padikkal, that was 3 years ago when he was the emerging player. Not his fault that he's been shuffled, like Amir mentioned, But when you don't do anything for 2 years, your stock drops. So I'm not surprised that Devdutt Padikkal, for now, he'll probably get the backdoor entry tomorrow somewhere. But you have to, it's like we keep talking about in the Indian team. If you don't grab your chances in 3-4 games, you go so far down that line, which is why someone like Sanju Samson, his career could have been finished after 2 ducks. But they backed him and then he got 300s. Devdutt Padikkal, I think his strike rate was 75 in the last IPL.
It was.
Why would you go for him? So I have a slightly different view from both of you, respectfully, on this.
Yeah, Devdutt Padikkal to understandable. And before we get this conversation going, we do have one of the bites from reaction from Josh Butler, in fact, after his 15.75 crore by GT. So most definitely Josh Butler would be a happy trooper, and he would be combining forces with Shubman Gill definitely at the top of the order. Quite exciting it will be. We'll have the soundbite ready. Yeah, of course we can run it.
Hi guys, Josh Butler here. Absolutely delighted to be joining the Gujarat Titans. Amazing watching the auction and obviously delighted, as I said, to finish up at the Gujarat Titans. A few people there I know really well already who I'm looking forward to link up with. And exciting names, obviously Shubman Gill, Rashid Khan, guys. I can't wait to play alongside. So really excited for the season. Have a day.
It's going to be quite an opening combination.
Very interesting opening combination. And the name that he says, Rashid Khan. Look at that GT lineup. Rashid Khan, Shubman Gill, Josh Butler. It is going to be one power packing. And as I was also mentioning when Rupa was here with our broadcast, that Josh Butler is somebody, will give you that explosiveness, but also somebody who can bat deep as well. But Jamie, I do have I know you have a different take on this. Do you see Shubman Gill, Josh Butler, both of them combining at top of the order, or you would see, Gill getting into that kind of a shell, or you probably wanted somebody else to give Gill that kind of an, freedom, so to speak, to have that T20 opening slot there?
I would want someone to just take the pressure off him. As good as Sai Sudarshan has been, they kind of bat
Yeah.
the same way, right? You mentioned earlier taking it deep. Shubman Gill's version of taking it deep is not necessarily good for his franchise. He had that bumper season that year, but again, last season without Hardik Pandya around, without Mohammad Shami around, it almost seemed like he's taking on too much pressure, you know? Yeah, Conway has gone to CSK.
Yeah, Conway has gone to CSK.
Conway, CSK
Yeah.
6.25. Again, yeah, I mean, that's again a very, very good buy for them. I mean, if they had to retain Conway, probably would have to
But
shell out
Conway,
11
yeah,
crores.
I mean,
but yeah, at least
I
11
really
crores
didn't
there.
expect anybody else to go for him. I mean, I think there was a bidding war which happened, but I mean, I'm not surprised he's gone to CSK at